News of the impending merger stunned die-hard Footscray supporters who fear they'll lose their football identity if the plan goes ahead.
Really, I am. I'm just disgusted with the whole affair.
You can't really take Footscray out of the western suburbs.
89 for me was really difficult because I was 15, so it was hard to have hope as a Bulldogs fan. They don't want us here. They want to get rid of us. This club doesn't work and they want it to end, and also that this club doesn't have the power to fight this fight.
I realised very, very quickly how important the football club is to the community, in that I lost count of the number of times I would hear from patients who were local business people who would continually say, when the club wins, sales go up.
You go to the football and those that sort of held the line, the numbers just reduced. Trying to get a park in one of those little streets that run off Essex down to the ground, like a Southampton street. You'd find yourself being able to get a park there. You'd walk into the ground and, no queuing.
It was one of those times where I think as a kid from the country, I was like, what happens now? I put so much of my identity and so much of, what I love into this idea. If it goes away, do I stop loving football? Do I find another team? I really didn't know. And, at 15 years old, you think everything is the end of the world. So it was a pretty full-on time.
All we heard that we needed to raise money. We didn't know it was so diabolical in trouble. Thankfully, Dennis broke the news, Dennis Gallimberti. He said that, the club's in diabolical trouble and that they're going to fold and they're going to merge. Hell, when we got to Kane, heard that on TV, he's screaming out, Irene, we've got no club. And I come running up, what the hell are you talking about? And I said, well, we've just got to think of something. And Mum said, just go to bed, go to sleep, it's over. So I'm laying there thinking all night, and 6 o'clock in the morning I go and wake Mum and Dad up to go, hey, got a good idea. And she goes, what about? I said, saving our club. Media gets you into trouble, media can get us out of trouble. I said, I'll get on the radio, I'll go to all radio stations. And I said, we've just got to get everyone, just drop everything you're doing, get down to the club and protest, we need you. I was always down the club, and there was this group of men in suits, and I thought, they must be doing something. I went over and they go, you're a member? I said, yes, as a paper Catholic, of course I'm a member. And they go, we need someone to stand up and say that they weren't told that they were going to fold. Would you do it? And I said, oh yeah, nothing to lose, why not? Of course, when I went down next morning, Peter and Dennis said, you've got to go to court.
I think it's absolutely terrific. I feel the best I've felt all week.
Irene Chatfield is elated. She's given her beloved Bulldogs one more chance for survival.
The opposing parties told the court they'd reached an agreement, effectively extending the life of the Footscray Football Club until the 25th of this month to allow it one more chance to trade out of trouble.
If everyone's out there on Sunday to represent the future of Footscray and of all VFL clubs that are in desperate trouble, we can go a long way.
Unfortunately, it takes something like this to occur before people come forward, and I think they will come forward in large doses, and I think this will fix the problem forever.
Supporters came from everywhere, far and wide, even England. They sent $5,000 in a cheque from England over. So it was all over the world that we were struggling to win, and people they were VFL supporters, and they loved their clubs, and they wanted, your club there too. On the Sunday at our rally, this South Melbourne guy, he was absolutely brilliant. He got up there, tears in his eyes, and he said, don't let your club fold like we let our club fold.
Take it to the Tiger, help the Bulldogs.
In the middle of that crisis, my next patient came in. It was an elderly gentleman who I'd never seen before. Came in and sat down, and I introduced myself and he to me, and I said, how can I help you? And he stood up, pulled out his wallet and took a $5 note out of his wallet and put it on my desk. He said, I'm not here as a patient, you're not even my doctor, I want to donate to the football club surviving. And then tears welled up in his eyes, and he said, I'll be buggered if I'm going to let my football club die before I do, and I'm 95 years old. And I still get choked up when I think about it.
You look at people like Irene, and to see her there on grand final day, you just see someone like that and go, this would not be happening without you. We wouldn't be here today for this to happen.
It just made you feel proud to be a Bulldog. That's all I can say. I was just very proud to be a Bulldog supporter, but proud to be a VFL supporter then, and all supporters helped. It was the proudest moment you could wish for.